So I'm here with Sierra, and we've been working through some concussion stuff, and we're going to do some reassessment of some muscles today and look at some different ways of training. So I'm going to do some testing of some core musculature, and I'm going to have you go right here. Okay, so come forward just a little bit on the table. Perfect. Okay, so rotate this way. So you're going to sit nice and tall, and then I'm going to do a test for the obliques. Ready? Hold. Now go ahead and hold. Ready? And those muscles don't engage. I'm going to have her turn this way to test the other obliques. Ready? Hold. And those don't engage. I'm going to have her do the rectus abdominis, so have her lean forward. And a little bit more. Good. Ready? Hold. And those don't engage also. So draw your navel in. So pull in, suck in. And then a little bit of rotation. Don't let me rotate you. Ready? And hold. Okay, so the transverse isn't kicking in either. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to, because we've been working with some vision training and some vision stuff, is there's still a couple little places in her visual field that are not working quite right, and they're responsible for engaging the abdominals also. So we're gonna test those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have her sit tall, and I'm going to watch her eyes as I move in an arc, and there's a couple spots. One's right there, and then bring it around here, and then she jumps right in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just do a muscle test, and I'm going to have her hold. I'm going to have her look at the pen, hold. I'm going to go to that spot and have her look over there, hold. And the muscles don't quite engage. They don't like that position. So if I go over to this side and I come up over here, ready, hold, and they don't like that position. Now if I go to a different position, I go down over here, ready, hold, they're fine. If I go up here, hold, they're fine. So there's some eye positions that kind of inhibit muscle activation, and in this case, when we're doing some abdominal stuff, we can make a correction there. So I'm actually going to have her look at this X, and there's in the visual field, when you look at an X, a crossing pattern, it kind of connects some different parts of the brain. So I'm going to have her sit nice and tall, look straight ahead. Okay, just your eyes, move up. So she's taking a look up and to her right. Sit nice and tall. Good, and stay relaxed. Don't turn the head. Good. Swallow. And relax. So basically I've engaged those neurons in the brain and I've connected some pathways. So I'm going to do a retest. So I'm actually going to have her cross her arms again. I'm going to have her rotate towards me. And then don't let me unrotate you. Ready, hold. And I'm giving her some juice and she's fine. Okay, so she turned the other way and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn and she locks right up. Okay, so I'm going to have her bend forward a little bit. Come forward, don't let me push. Ready, and hold. And those engage. Go ahead now, draw the navel in and go with a little bit of rotation. Don't let me rotate you. Ready, and hold. And so the transverse is also on. Go ahead and stand up. And go ahead and rotate. Go ahead and put it up there again and rotate. Good. Leave the hips here. So good. Right there. So don't let me rotate you. Ready, and hold. Good. So those stay engaged standing. I'm going to have her go ahead and go down and have her do a plank now, and I'll shoot a little video of that. And then we're going to do a retest. And go. Good. And normally she might do this a little longer or significantly longer, but we should see a change. We'll see that in just a minute. Okay, so Sierra's done a 15-second plank. Normally she does a minute or more, so that was not very fatiguing. So I'm going to go ahead and have her put her hands back in the same position. She's going to sit tall and rotate towards me, and then I'm going to retest the muscles. Ready, and hold. And they disengage. And that will be universal. So if I do the other side, they disengage. If I was to do the transverse or the rectus, go and lean forward, they are going to disengage also. So in looking at this, there's certain activation patterns for the core musculature that involve the eyes and some other pathways that make those things work. And they're not always associated with what we think of as traditional core training. So especially when I'm working with somebody who's coming back from an injury or has had a concussion, I want to make sure that the brain is processing the information and that they're not breaking themselves down as part of their strength training or conditioning because we don't want them to get hurt again.